There is an entire industry of marriage advice built on the belief that people should fawn with their spouses in order to force connection and create a facade of a healthy relationship. And fawning is actually a trauma response. It starts in childhood in order to maintain safety, connection, and attachment with caregivers. And just like all disordered attachment styles, people bring fawning into their marriage relationships. The sneaky thing here is that fawning is often celebrated for being, maintaining shalom bayis, being mavater, being the bigger person, having compassion, all these things. And so that's the trauma response that can create the most manipulation because it's not seen for what it is, which is just a way of it's a way of keeping oneself safe in what is otherwise an unsafe relationship. Men and women can both do the fawning response. I have definitely seen husbands fawn with their wives, but I believe that women do this much more often, and women are more susceptible to it for two reasons. Reason number one is that women are more often more afraid of their husbands, and therefore they feel more trapped and they feel more of the need to engage in dysfunctional patterns that will keep them feeling safe. Why do women feel more afraid of their husbands? One, because women are biologically wired to feel afraid of men. Men are bigger, stronger, louder, and even if a man is not, God forbid, going to be violent, women still feel afraid of a man's anger. Reason number two is that many women are financially vulnerable and they are financially reliant on their husbands. Reason number three is that women more often or usually feel more responsible for the well-being of their children, and so they feel the burden, the pressure to keep their children safe and in a healthy environment, and so they need to manage their husband and walk on eggshells to kind of keep the peace in order to keep their children safe, because again, they feel more responsibility to keep their children safe. The second reason why women are more susceptible to fawning is because women very often are way too caught up with needing approval and validation, and they're very overly concerned with what do men find attractive in women, what kind of wives do men like, and they're not nearly enough focused on themselves and, well, what do I like in men and what do I find attractive in a husband? And so they mold themselves to be what they think their husbands want them to be, instead of focusing on where their focus should be, which is what do they want and what do they need and what do they desire and what do they find attractive.